Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. We just had an awesome leadership panel just not that long ago, and we're super excited because this is a podcast for us and by us. And today I have with me my co-host, Nick Schneider.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you again.
He's here. And our special guest today, Mr. Kelvin. Thank you so much, Kelvin, for joining us. Kelvin is one of the newest members of our team and is an AGM with us at our Woodstock location and just finished his 3-month training. So nice job, Woo-hoo. Kelvin. Almost. We got just a little. By the time this airs, he's going to be good to go. So we're super excited to kind of just chat about some leadership and business and different things with Kelvin and just have a good conversation. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right, Kelvin, I'm super excited. And Riley and I are super excited for probably selfish reasons because you're the very first AGM or GM that has gone through our amazing 3-month training process. And I'm super excited to hear about that. And all the other attributes that you bring. And we were joking before we started. Joking, not choking. We were joking before we started that. It's really cool because when we bring A-player leaders into our company, it's the wisdom. It's the wisdom that we use to make our company better. I was talking to Sheng, right? Yes. But also known as Kelvin. Like the second he walked in the office this morning, I'm like, hey, we're gonna start at 9, but in the meantime, can I pick your brain about something the development team is working on? And that's the wisdom. Like the development team, Riley and I, we're gonna steal everything we can shamelessly because guess what? There's no point reinventing the wheel. Maybe just make that wheel a little bit faster. So Kelvin, let's just jump in like that. Like, what do you do as a leader just to make that wheel spin faster?
First of all, I've been in this industry for many, many years, 20 plus years. And I wouldn't say you steal the idea. I always tell myself and tell the leaders and the coach also, if you have a great idea, but you wouldn't want to share it, you do not want to selfishly just say for yourself, it makes no use to you. It makes no use to anyone at all. So this is always one thing that this is the principle that guide me for 20 plus years. And to make the wheel spin faster, I'm old. I'm almost 50. So I wouldn't say spin faster, but keep the wheel spinning. Okay, and all you need to do is tell yourself you just need to do 1% better than yesterday. You don't have to do much. Keep your base, keep your standard, just do 1% each and every day. Guess what? By day 100, by day 200, you can see the result. And you don't have to do much, just 1% better than yesterday.
Just 1%. I think we can handle that.
Can we handle 1% better every single day?
Yeah,
I think we can.
I think we can.
Just 1%. You don't have to do much. 1%.
And just because we're talking about percentages here, that's a compounding 1%.
Correct.
So every day it's 1%, 1%.
Will you
1%.
ever be at 100% though if you're always doing a 1% better every single day?
That's a good point. Because by day 200, that would be like 200% kind of deal, right?
Well, what's 1% better at 99.99? I don't know if can we ever get to 100% perfection, Kelvin?
Everybody is different. That's the reason why I say do 1% better each day. You might reach your goal at day 100. You might reach your goal at day 200. You might reach your goal at day 300. The key point is you reach your goal. And once you reach your goal, you just have to do
1% better again, all over again.
And so on, and set up a goal,
Yeah, and I think it brings up a great point.
Yeah.
We as A-player leaders, a lot of times we change that goal before we even crush it. Like we don't even celebrate. That's sometimes it's tough for our teams, especially for us. Hey, our goal, we're so close to our goal, time to raise the goal, right? And I think the 1% is perfect because when I get close, I got to be able to raise that goal so that 1%. So we're making ourselves better. And the leaders around us, all the way down to the crew people or the associates under us. So that's really cool.
Exactly. So like I said, it's just a small step, but it's a big impact towards the future. And guess what? If you raise 1% and you raise the standard high, you will see everybody who's going to say, oh, you know what? Nick inspired me. I'm going to be like Nick. Kelvin inspired me. I'm going to be like Kelvin. You just raise the whole team standard. It's like rising tide, raise the whole boat.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Rising tides raise all ships, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I know you have a whole piece of paper there, and I don't know if we're gonna hit all those highlighted things that you have on there. And I had something to say, and I forgot what it was because I'm really practicing on listening, and because I think one of the things that we do, Kelvin, I'm just going to share it with you and everybody that's listening. I've been working on listening to understand instead of listening to answer. And what happens in that I've learning at my getting older age is sometimes I forget what I want to say, and that's okay. It's okay to say that because if I'm listening to understand and connect, it's okay to forget what I was saying. So maybe it'll come back to me.
And being vulnerable to say that, hey, I forgot.
There we
Or I
go.
wasn't
Riley.
listening.
You hit it right on that.
Yes,
Am I
like-
sweating a little bit?
It is warm in here, though.
But am I red?
There's an
Am I
extra
blushing?
body in here.
So if I'm getting red, that means I'm nervous. But I don't think I'm nervous
No,
about that one.
no.
So good. So back to the really cool saying that you said, rising tides raises all ships or all boats. How do you as a leader ensure that you're raising the tide for your team?
What I learned is that everybody see and they look up to all the leaders what they do, and the first thing we need to do or I need to do is to make sure that I set a good example. Okay, and I need to be a good coach, a great coach at all time, because every opportunity is a coaching moment opportunity. And as a leader, you don't only guide or you don't only coach, you actually learn. Okay, everybody learns from everybody, and even though I'm at my junction of 50 years old, I'm still learning. The LT class, the LIM class, there's so much to learn from the best of the best, and there's so much to learn from our peers. Either the older generation, the younger generation, everybody has different experience, and you can really learn from them. And guess what? Best idea comes from everybody, including the crew.
I really, really like the part where you said, even when I'm coaching, it's a learning opportunity for me too. And I think that's great because we talk a lot about sharpening our saw as leaders and making sure that we are taking every opportunity we can to coach. But just doing that in itself is making us a better leader and making us learn more just by continually doing that. So, and I also agree with all the different perspectives, right? Like if you're closed-minded and you don't welcome other perspectives or other people's experience, you're not going to learn. You're not going to learn anything.
Yep. I totally agree.
And LT, just shameless plug for me and Haley.
I enjoy it. So.
And DLIM is developing the leader in me, which is the AGM, Assistant General Manager class that McDonald's hosts. So that's awesome that you had a great experience with both of those, because I know me and Haley and the learning development team at McDonald's love when we hear that feedback.
Yep. Especially you have a great coach like Deontay, Michael, and so on. Eric came in, shared some of the experience, also some experience that he had for in his class. I think last week.
Yep.
Something like that. So, and the great thing is that you get to see different people, different ages, different type of leadership. And different type of leadership, it might not be the right leadership at that moment, but it can be used in future, and it can be a reference for you also. Because when you as a leader, as a coach, when you deal with your own managers, you are actually technically dealing with different personality. So different.
Amen.
Yeah, you cannot have one strategy for everything. You must have many strategy to deal with different situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I joke with Riley and Haley all the time. I say that LTC is my favorite class to always be at. Because, like you said, Kelvin, we're seeing the future leaders. They might not be that great at it right now, but how do we mold those future leaders into what you just said, like the classes? And inspiring them or motivating them or what we need to do to make sure that they can be that A player leader that we want in the future.
And one of the coolest things about McDonald's, guys, is that, at least for our organization, if you work for us for 6 days or 6 years, we want you to be better when you leave. And so because of that fact, we have doctors who have worked for us before. We have lawyers who have worked for us before. We have other community leaders that have worked for us before, or the brand in general. And I think McDonald's has a part in that.
Yeah, and here at Butcherville McDonald's, we say empowering and developing, and that's the very beginning of our vision, right?
Statement,
and it can stop right there. Our job is to make you 1% better every minute, second, hour, shift, year, day. And what's different about us, really, and I don't want to just gloat on us because we are an amazing world-class company, is we're high-fiving and hugging and opening the door when you do decide to leave. Because guess what? If our vision is truly empowering and developing people, we should be super excited when you want to leave.
Exactly.
Yeah. Of course, we're happy that you stay. But cool.
Yeah. I just, the emphasis on development and empowering our leaders to make decisions and invest in themselves primarily, I'm seeing that every day in our teams. And it's so cool.
Personal excellence is like the most important thing as a leader. And you said it, learning. Even if it's a crew or associate conversation, you're constantly learning. A lot of pressure sometimes for us as leaders. What do you do outside the restaurant to make sure that you're leveling up your leadership skills?
It's definitely a lot of pressure. It's not an easy thing. And especially when you have to deal with environment. It's so much pressure, so much tense, and so little time to take care of it. I always try not to bring work back to my personal life. I say I try, but I'm still learning also. One thing I always emphasize is when you inspire people to better their lives, when people actually enjoy their life and better life, like what I'm trying to do, you will bring a different perspective to work. Okay, a happy wife, happy life.
You said it.
That is always true. So for example, me and my family, we love to travel, and my wife loves to shop. She likes to travel. As long as you meet most of her demands, you will see a peaceful life at home. When you have a peaceful life and a work-life balance, you bring it to work, and you bring it to work. Then you kind of inspire your own people. Hey, you know what? I want to be like Kelvin. Yeah, he's balancing his life really well. At the same time, he's making the money that he needs to make, and so on. And he's climbing the ladder. And I want to take his place one day. And this is what I see. I love waking up inspiring people.
That's awesome.
I love that.
And of course I have to say something because it's really the way you said it is perfect. And I don't have to reframe, but we have to make sure our house is in order first, right? Real leaders, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's not just in our restaurants, but it's also at our homes and also our personal lives as well. Because if we don't love ourselves first, how do we love our family? And if we don't love ourselves first, how do we love our teams? And you said it, like work-life balance. It's crazy. And with technology and communication and demands and goals and getting 1% better every single day, it can be demanding.
Well, and I like how you said it. Kind of, it's a continuum, or it's a pathway, right? It can go both ways. You can bring work home, and that can affect your work or your life, your home life. And then same thing if things aren't going well here, it could go bad over here. So it's a continuum. It's a pathway, and so really being able to start with your family and just your personal life, that will inherently increase your, I don't know, charisma, but your personality and your the atmosphere that you bring. Yes, thank you. The influence that you have, or the inspiration to work. Yeah,
because that atmosphere, just real talk, like it's that atmosphere that really attracts people. And it's the first thing we can smell if it's BS, right? Right? Because I can't leave my house with a fight with my wife, happy wife, happy life, and then go into the restaurant and be a leader and
be like, hey,
like
everybody.
Riley's gonna be like, what's wrong, Nick? Because I'm wearing it all over my face. Like he can sense the atmosphere. So awesome.
You see, people can sense the BS, and it's also when you aim for 1% better at work, right? It's actually also 1% better at home.
Yep.
Again, it ties. It's connected. Yeah.
Synergy. Interconnected.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Synergy, you like that?
Yeah.
It's the only good word I've got all day, Kelvin. So don't expect me to spit out these, Webster's words. Well, you'd mentioned hiring.
Yes.
And I'm super intrigued and excited to hear what you have to say about hiring. So go ahead.
So let me share some of the things that I see, some of the principles that guide me throughout the 20 plus years. Every time if I go to a different unit or different company, and the first thing I will see is what kind of people do I have? And and oftentimes I was put in a situation where I have to deal with a lot of stuff. Let's put it as an opportunity for me, opportunity for the stores, and every single time I find the same common problem. The problem is the people and the way we hire people. We oftentimes just hire people for the sake of filling up the position.
Yeah.
I would never ever do that. This will be the biggest problem you ever have if you do that. And oftentimes I'll take time to hire. Always remember this: hire somebody who is better than you. Hire somebody who's as good as you. Hire somebody that you think is gonna be the future leader for you, for the company, or simple, just future leader. The reason why if you do this is that, right, you actually coming back to the same principle where you're inspired to better your life and the life of other people. You are actually doing the 1% also. It ties back to the same thing. When I was in the LT class, when I was in the LIM class, I keep seeing everybody is busy with their phone. It's either I don't think so. The family is calling, but I think the store.
Yeah.
So guess what? So if you want to have a work-life balance, okay, and we are the first line of defense, and hiring is the most important thing. In my opinion, is the most important aspect of the whole leadership thing and whole.
We're in a business, yeah,
exactly. We are in the people business. Okay? We should not be hiring people who's gonna
make our jobs harder.
Exactly. we should not be hiring people who's making our life worse. We should be hiring people who makes our life better and their lives better. And by seeing their lives better is that, hey, I can show you how to climb the McDonald's ladder as fast as you could. It's up to you, and it's also it's up to you how fast and how far you want to climb. When you try to clap your hands, you could not clap with like this. You have to be in sync. Hey, this is me, and this is you. And this is McDonald's, and this is you, so we can make some more noise and more impact. That's how I see things.
Okay, so just paint a picture, right? So like you're saying, me and Nick, like we can't.
That was horrible.
No, that's the point though. Like we have, that's the point, right? Like
as long as we get 1% better every time we clap. Oh man,
yeah. See,
I'm afraid to do one more. Let's do one more. Oh,
that was solid. That was solid.
Do you guys hear the impact?
Yeah.
That's
Versus if I'm not looking,
right?
I can't. I don't hit me in the face.
Well, I got long reach.
I got long arms. Awesome. But no, I love that analogy and that example. Like, hey, if you invest in yourself as much as I want to invest in yourself, and we, to your point, clap at the same time, we're going to make a larger impact.
And I want to go back to what you said, because to what you said in the beginning about learning all the time was really important as being a player leader. When you hire somebody that's better than you or potentially is going to be better than you, you're a ship. It's going to rise your ship.
Exactly.
Right? A players are going to learn, like you said earlier, I'm going to learn from Kelvin. I'm going to learn from Riley. And guess what? I'm going to get even better. I'm super excited about that. Why is it that so many leaders don't like to hire people that potentially could raise them?
Most of the leaders are just put into a position where they just put out fires. There's so many things that they need to take care, and it's back to the same thing. It defines the leader you are, and if you want to just be a okay or mediocre leader, that's how it is. And also, like I said, good coach, great leaders usually look at and they are usually not selfish.
Yep.
They say, hey, you know what? You grow, I grow.
Yep. That's the only selfish thing they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You grow, I grow. Yeah.
Please take my position so I can move up. So and I always see that. I always see that throughout the career, and throughout the career, I have even people who become my boss. And it's not because I do not want to be the leader or move up to the next level, but maybe it's too much for me too much for me to fill up the position. So it's better for other people and inspire other people to move up and take the position. So we can create a better organization, a better world, and why not? I mean, everybody is hungry for success, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
And I just want to I'm going to backtrack just a second. When you were talking about the phones, and you just said it too, firefighting, right? When you are raising the ship and raising those other people around you and investing in them, they're not going to blow your phone up because they're going to be the leader that makes a decision and says, hey, Kelvin, I decided this. And you might be like, okay, cool. Like, that's a choice. You know, let's talk about it. What would have been better? Like, again, back to that 1% better every day. It's just, you're going to see that in your balance or in your blend when your phone isn't being blown up when you're at class or when you're at home. Because you've got leaders that you've built and trust to drive the ship.
Yeah, this is going to be a long podcast, so we might have to,
we'll trim it down.
But I just want to share with you, both of you guys, because I'm reading a book right now called "Buy Back Your Time," and one of the pieces of it talks about people want to be busy. Early leaders want
100%,
to be busy.
100%.
So as we're new leaders, new shift leaders, I'm leaning in and talking to you. Like, the more we communicate when we should be relaxing at home or enjoying ourselves or whatever we're doing, the more we go and pull up that phone and start thinking that we're inspiring our team at 9:30 at night about Opie or Voice or whatever else. I'm not saying we're not, but just check yourself and make sure that we're doing that the right way, because it's not that cool to be busy all the time. And so many successful leaders don't take a vacation and they can't enjoy a weekend.
When you just said that, it just rang true so much. Like, I remember being an early shift leader or an early, leader in the organization. And it was like, I've always got to be on. I've got to be on either to prove something to myself or to the organization or to whoever. And over time, I've learned that that's not going to increase your impact. Your impact is taking care of yourself and investing in yourself, not being always on. So yeah, I love that.
And we can talk hours and hours.
Yeah, sure could. Sure could.
Well, Kelvin, it's been 25 minutes. This is how the podcast goes.
It's
really cool that you're prepared. So is there anything on there that you really want to hit on? Thank you for the hiring piece, because that was awesome.
So everybody's gonna ask, it's easy to say, it's easy to do, have an idea, right? But how do you do it? So hiring is a big process. It's not the easy one, and it's not something that you learn today and you understand tomorrow. So hiring is something that you practice every day, practice every week, and practice every year. and there's so many resources that you can use to hire. And one of the biggest one I love is to have a panel interview. When you have a panel interview, right, what you don't see or what you don't realize, the other person who's doing the panel interview with you might have a different opinion, different perspective about a certain candidate that you don't see. Now, this comes back to the same idea that everybody looks at things differently. Everybody's have different ideas, and we can learn from each other on how to do a better hiring. And also, like I said, do not rush into hiring. Okay, you will kill the whole the teamwork, the culture in the store by hiring the wrong person. And on average, I remember when you do bad hire, you are actually spending about $4,000 to $5,000 just on the candidate.
Yep.
Hire slow, fire fast.
Yep.
So that's the thing, you know. And even though when you have a dream team around you, don't stop hiring. Do not stop hiring. You would never know. You will never know when you need more people, and at the same time, you have the opportunity to help the neighbors around you. Maria, I have this candidate here, and I don't think so I have any hours for them, but I think he or she is a great candidate. Can I share with you? Why not? If your neighbor is prospering and doing good, guess what? You'll be doing good also. When you need somebody, hey Maria, can I borrow somebody for you for over the weekend? Why not? I have a lot of people right now.
Yeah, you just said something really important. He's not hiring, he's recruiting. And when you have that, I just forgot the name of the team, the all-star team, making sure that you're still recruiting. And it's not just about you. You know, we helping your neighbor down the street, we're still a huge family. So I think it's really awesome.
Well, and I just think the communication and teamwork too, you know. We've said it so many times, guys. Leaders get sometimes, especially restaurant leaders, can get into tunnel vision and be blinded to everything. And so the fact that you're being mindful of, hey, I might not need this person, but somebody else would benefit from them because I see potential future leader in them. Let me share that. Don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep good leadership stuff. Don't gatekeep A-player leaders because it's just going to keep raising the boat.
Yep. And I like what you said, the panel. What's cool about it, and you're going to learn more about our hiring process, we have that type of panel already. We might not sit with three of us and looking at Kelvin or a future hire, but through McHire and the top grading process, we have those pre-recorded questions that they answer. So I can watch it and I can say, hey, Riley or Kelvin,
watch this.
Take a look. What am I missing? And we can kind of have that panel set up. So Kelvin, you're right on point. Like that's and hire slow. Look at their resume. Have they been job jumping? Have they only had a job for 3 months for their entire career? Those flags are there. Take the emotion out of it first and make sure that the data and the things that are there to support our decisions, then we can add that emotion into it as well. Because when it comes to culture, you got to kind of have that feeling, right? You got to find out, is Kelvin the right fit for the job and my culture?
And I just gotta say, just kind of as a general note, we're starting something really cool with a team of ours, and we're changing some of the onboarding stuff. And so we have 5 new crew members at our office today, that are doing some initial 3-day training with us. And immediately, I can tell the culture is there with these 5 people, and that's exactly what we're talking about, is paying attention to the culture, and is that information there to back up what they say.
And don't be afraid to ask for help. When I was training with Catalina, some of the neighboring store just called her, hey, you know what? I have something that I do not understand, or I need your help. Hiring is one of the thing that you can ask for help to. You can ask for second opinion, and you can ask for help.
You said it earlier. We're in the people business, and hiring is all people, and people are the hardest part of a business. And so absolutely take the time to learn and ask questions and get help from people who have experience in hiring A players. This is fantastic.
This is great. Yeah.
I had a great time talking to you, Kelvin.
I think, before we close, I think, Kelvin, we're going to have to bring you on again.
Yes.
Because, we could probably talk for 4 hours.
We
could.
Could.
That's really good. You have a lot of attributes, a lot of wisdom that
I'm
we...
going to be out of topic, so.
No.
Oh, no.
No, you got a whole list still.
We've been doing this for a year and a half. We haven't really duplicated too much. If we have, let us know.
I'd love to. Definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us, Kelvin, and thank you, Nick, for sticking with me, the BX3 podcast team, podcast for us, by us. We'll see you guys next time. Listen, learn, lead.
Peace.
Bye,
See ya.
everybody.
Thanks for joining us on Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. We hope today's episode inspired fresh ideas for your leadership journey. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and keep learning with us as we continue to explore leadership in the QSR world. Until next time, take care and lead well.